Hello and welcome back to another video here in the LEGO room. I hope you are well on what is a very miserable weekend here in the UK, and that means of course building a brand new LEGO set. And the one that I really wanted to sort of burst open today was a set that hopefully will help us sort of bridge the gap between the two sets that you can see behind me, the Hogwarts modular system that we've been building towards, as well as the brand new D2C Hogsmeade set, and that is of course the Hogwarts Express with Hogsmeade stop there as well. I've sort of procrastinated on building this for quite a while. I've had a Hogwarts Express before. I kind of know what I'm going to get myself into. I had the 2019 one a couple of years ago, just before COVID, and I've had the one back in 2004 as well. But I'm really excited to get this one open. I think it's going to make a nice sort of bridge between the two kind of things, because at the minute we've got Hagrid's hut, you can probably just see there, kind of out the back of Honeydukes, which isn't kind of ideal. Of course, this is a space issue. This is an issue that probably won't be an issue in a few months' time, maybe next year in a brand new LEGO room. But for now, I wanted something that would kind of be a bit of a bridge between the two, and I'm kind of hoping that the Hogwarts Express with that little station stop will be something that will fit quite nicely in between the two of them there. We're also going to have a little bit of a play around and see if we can get that Hogsmeade in a line, possibly in a different area. We may well even move the entire Harry Potter section around, some of which of course is on the very other side of the room. You've got Gringotts, the Burrow, and Diagon Alley and all that other stuff over there as well. Hopefully I'll get some B-roll of that for you. So we're going to have a little bit of a move around, I imagine, of all the Harry Potter stuff. I'm very excited to get this one built, particularly because it's a very miserable rainy day here in the UK, and I've got a whole weekend to sort of put this together and maybe sort of change this room around a little bit, and maybe we'll start looking at how to sort of take apart that Hogsmeade mock from last year and start integrating it into both this Hogsmeade and of course some of the sets into the LEGO room as well. So without further ado, if you're new here, please do consider subscribing if you're a LEGO Harry Potter fan, and please do drop a like on the video. Let's get on with building this. Let's see what this one looks like when it's all made up. Right, there you go. I'm not going to do a full review of this set. It's been out for a couple of years now. At this point, it's literally retiring at the very end of 2025. You've got some of the figs in there. There's a couple toppled over behind there as well. I really like the tile, the printed tile that Hagrid has there of Lily and James and Harry. I think that's a really nice one. You've got a little bit of train track there as well, which you can connect up. It's got a little bit of shrubbery on it as well. Not as much as I'd have liked, but not too bad. This is part of what is going to make up the sort of bridge in my mind between Hogsmeade and Hogwarts as well, that sign. Some fun little bits and pieces on the inside as well. Things that you see in a lot of sort of Harry Potter sets. You've got the platform 9 3/4 tile there. It's not a sticker, which is good. You've got another toilet piece as well. They'd love creating toilet pieces in these Harry Potter sets for whatever reason. It would be nice if it was modular, but not too bad. I've just noticed that that is not quite on properly. There we go. Yeah, building's not too bad. It's of course going to play a huge role in how I put this together, I think. So the minifigures, and let's start with the most obscure of the lot, which is Lee Jordan on the very end there as well, who kind of resembles Bilbo Baggins in terms of his hair and his facial expression there. You've also got Draco, nothing particularly new there. I do like the Hagrid with that tile, as I've already said. You've got the train conductor, which is a nice little throw in for the set. You've obviously got the golden trio as per usual, and then at the very end you've got the trolley witch with all of the confectionery and all of the sweets to go on the train. And for those that are unfamiliar with this set, you can quite simply lift the top of the lid of the carriage out, and you've got a little seating area there for the characters, and yeah, not ideal, not quite as sort of glamorous as that D2C Hogwarts Express that cost £400 a year or two ago, where you've really got a very nice fleshed interior, but it will do the job, and that is where a lot of the characters will be sat. And in the second carriage as well, there's a little bit of extra space at the back for the trolley witch's little trolley to go in there, and it does, even though it is just slightly above because of the inside texture, you are able to lid it up, and that is how it will be. Right, so I've sort of got it set up how I want as well, and some of the characters there on the sort of train station side, Hagrid and Harry together, and Lee Jordan as well, because that is one you don't see at all very often. In fact, it's exclusive to this set. So I kind of want to have different characters out in the displays, considering that Hogwarts that I've got over there has just a million Harry, Ron, and Hermione's in. So yeah. Let's start moving things about. Let's see how this sort of develops. I'm going to start by trying to move everything into this space, and then maybe we'll have to redevelop the other Harry Potter sections, by which you can see, of course, one of them behind me. Let's time lapse this. Let's see how we get on. So I'm literally like 2 minutes into doing this. I'm using my phone because we've got the camera set up and everything else. So I'm in selfie mode trying to sort of talk you through this. But I've realised that the Hogwarts Express and the train station can kind of fit inside of the Billy, and the Hogsmeade could go potentially on the top as well. So we could end up, I wish I'd used my camera for this, we could potentially move the Harry Potter stuff into this backdrop and just fully change the room around and move Star Wars into its own corner. Because at the minute, we've kind of got Star Wars, Harry Potter mixed into big Star Wars in the corner. And then the other unit on the other side, let me swing it round, is Harry Potter on the very top, and then you've got all these little bits of Star Wars in the boxes as well. So I don't know whether a full overhaul is on the cards. Maybe. I always find it slightly odd to do a voiceover when I already know what the outcome of the time lapse is going to be, particularly when I'm sort of zipping about and moving things around in the Lego room. And this is kind of a far cry from what it's going to end up being. But you do see on the very top shelf there, we are moving the Hogsmeade into the very top shelf, and I was sort of playing around with seeing how well it fit and how well we could see the minifigures on there. Right, there we go. I'm not entirely sure how happy I am with it. I'm trying to look at it through the little sort of video lens. Yeah, it fits really nicely, actually. It's just not, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. It feels like this area is kind of the main backdrop for videos, and I don't know whether I want it to be completely immersed in Harry Potter stuff. The other thing as well, of course, is we used to have Diagon Alley across the top, and I am thinking about whether or not we should have Diagon Alley in there. Of course, that would require bringing Gringotts out of this corner and moving that along as well. Whereas I actually think Gringotts might be better suited just next to where the Hogwarts castle is, and that rather long sort of bookcase where the Marvel sets are. Let's have a little play around with it. And here we are into day number 2 of the weekend, and we're sort of zipping about now. And the original plan that I had was to move Diagon Alley into the smallest of the shells that are available, and basically move Gringotts and everything large into the big space that you can see where the Captain Rex helmet used to be. And that is kind of what we went for. Of course, left a little shelf in the middle there that I wasn't entirely sure what we were going to use for. It felt like a bit of dead space, particularly with so many big Star Wars sets that need to be moved around in the Lego room, which is of course what we ended up doing next. And you can see the sail barge is out of order. It's been moved out of shot, and we've put some of the helmets on the side. Right, so after all that, we've decided that indeed the Hogsmeade will move, and I'm sure that's no surprise to you if you've been watching the video, but Hogwarts has stayed where it is. This, the bottom of Gringotts may well go in the corner up against the longer unit with all the Marvel stuff in, but no real change on this side, and certainly no change on the grounds of Hogwarts. Where there has been fantastic change, however, is the Hogsmeade on the very top. It fits really nicely on the top there, and a little bit of a shame you can't see all of the minifigures. I'll maybe have a tweak of that in a little bit. Down into Diagon Alley as well, which fits really nice at the moment with those 6 units in there. And as you move down the smallest of the shelves, we had to kind of figure out what would go in here, and some of the Mina Lima books. Of course, there's an opportunity to put the 3rd one in there, so not too bad at all. And that sort of modularized or closed back privet drive as well you've got in there, so yeah, not too bad. This is kind of where the sort of space is all taken up. You've got the fantastic Gringotts set along with the Burrow as well, 2 of the best D2C sets that we've seen for sure. And you've got the Monster Book of Monsters there hiding the wheels that are underneath it, which I just hate. So yeah, but looks really good on top, so not too bad there. As we move over, you can see we've got the grounds of Hogwarts there, the micro scale edition of Hogwarts. You've got the Patronus, some knickknacks as well. This all needs to be tidied up. It's kind of all been shoved in there for now. We need to tidy up the Hogwarts train as well, mainly because I want to elevate the train station and have it on display. And of course I want us to be able to see the figure stand there as well. That will probably move. It may well end up down there. I've tried to keep this one as close to the same as possible because it's just a really nice layout, very simple. These all need to move, these gold figures, but the rest of it looks pretty aesthetically pleasing. And I'll take you around what we've done so far. So we've moved some of the helmets around to give us a little bit more space on top. Obviously Yavin's had to move as a result of the switch around as well. And this is the only thing that is left to do. I'm going to deconstruct this, and you'll probably see that in another video. I'm going to maybe half it again and just have the Shrieking Shack and Whomping Willow along with all of this side here with the sort of golden trio there as well, and maybe Sirius will make it as well. And we've moved the Mando mock down as well, and then the corner sort of needs a lot of work, but I've not quite decided what we're going to do with all of this. That will maybe be for another video this week, probably the week in a life video, because I'm not going to get it finished today, that is for sure. There we go, a revamp, and I'm not entirely sure how happy I am with it just yet. It is nice to have things in different areas. It gives it a bit of a refresh, but I'm not sure how happy I am with the layout. We will continue to work on it. You'll probably be able to see that during a week in the live video that is coming probably in a couple of days time. If you made it this far as well, thank you so much for watching. It's been a lot of me sort of fiddling with things and moving things about. Thank you so much for watching. It's sincerely appreciated. If you are a Lego fan, please do consider subscribing. It does seriously help us out, and do drop a like on the video as well. It would be sincerely appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. Keep an eye out for more Lego videos here in the Lego room. I hope you have a fantastic week. Take care, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye.